Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I just hope that you're doing fine wherever you are today. So I'm going to react on this video from a friend of mine who is in the Cameroon, and there is a message that he shared to the diasporans like 7 months ago. And later on he came and asked for my input about this video. He told me, what do you think about this video? And I said that there are a couple of things that we could say, because whatever I said in this video could be so helpful to the diasporans, because there are a number of things, the clashes between Africans and African Americans or American blacks who have ever came to the motherland, or certain types of stereotypes which happen between the two groups. So that being said, there is a message that he gave, and I want us to listen to what he says, and then we'll be reacting on it. So let's dive to the video.
Why I am doing this video is because I've seen some videos of African diasporans complaining that they have received hatred from Africans. When they get to Africa, some Africans tell them, you're not Africans, go back to America or go back to where you're coming from. Now, I'm a little bit confused here. Do you really need the permission of Africans before you come to the motherland?
I don't think you need the permission of Africans to come to the motherland, but here is where it's important. You need Africans in this essence. You come into the motherland, right? The people that you'll be interacting with are Africans, mostly, because even if your embassy is will be protecting you, but most of the time, the people that you'll be interacting with will be Africans. That is big time. So for me, if I'll answer that question, I'll say that African Americans or diasporans doesn't need permission from Africans. Rather, they might need their help. That's I usually say that when you come to Africa, have a rapport with some Africans, create a relationship with them, something that will make it easier for your transition. Create friendship just before coming, get to know them so that you can have an easy stay. You don't need no permission, but you might need them while in the motherland. Look at some scenarios which happened in the Gambia. Look at some scenarios of generally African Americans or American blacks complaining that the locals or Africans are doing something to them. They're being overcharged, they're being overpriced. So if you have somebody that knows you, it will be easier for you to stay in those places, you know. So I'll say this, you don't need no permission from Africans, but you might need their help in this.
Let me put it this way. Do you really need the permission of Africans before you come to your land? Africa is your land. This is where you came from. And I don't want you to let anybody tells you otherwise. I don't want you to make some minor things bother you. Like I've been saying in my recent videos, there is a wind of change that is blowing all across the African continent, and it is time for everybody of African continent to come together as one and unite and see how we can develop this continent together.
Yeah, the brother has some point, because he said we always say that Africans need to unite, Africa needs to come together to build something together, you know. So if we are coming together to build Africa, we need to put our animosity between the stereotypes that we've been having against each other. We get to come on the ground, come to understand each other, and try put some differences that we might have. Because I believe there is so much of us to learn from each other. And I think that's what the brother is trying to say. And development of Africa is something which has ever happened best for people of African descent. And remember, it is not always about coming to the motherland. It is always about coming and investing, coming and see how things can work for you while in the motherland, coming and just seeing for yourself how things go here, coming and interacting with the locals, coming and finding that healing that you ever wanted, you know. Because the life in USA is different from the life in Africa. There is so much healing that you might need while coming to Africa, especially when you ever become a victim of the problems that comes to the United States, the systemic racism and everything. You will need to come back to the motherland. It's not even about economics, but it is about how you feel out yourself. It is about the nature that you'll find in Africa. It's about the peace that you'll find. So the agenda of coming back to Africa shouldn't be just economical. Rather, If it's economical, like that's what you want, preferably that's what you want, then again, it is the best time to eat and set the foot in Africa. So let's continue.
Not let some bunch of Africans spoil your day or tell you otherwise. No, they don't have any right to make you not to come to your land. Let me give you an example. Maybe you have gone for some time away from your father and you left your brother behind with your father, and by the time you said, okay, I want to go back to meet my family, to meet my father and my brother, when you come there, your brother tells you, go back, this is not your house, this is not your father, go back to where you're coming from. That is exactly the situation that we are now. All right, so let nobody.
And I understand him so well. And this resonates to a couple of African Americans, especially people who recognize themselves with an African descent. People come from Africa. Because listen, in the United States, they're being told that go back to Africa. No, this is not your place. Your place is in Africa. Remember, again, you as a person coming to Africa, you're being told, no, Africa is not your home. Go back to the US. We don't want you here. So you find yourself confused. And I think what the brother is trying to say, and he said it clearly, don't let a bunch of Africans, because we have different people with different personalities. We always have those people will always just want to spoil your day. So, as I say, don't let a bunch of those kind of people to spoil your day, because this is your place. And if you let the negativity of a couple of people cloud your preference in coming to Africa or choosing any country in Africa that you want to come, let that don't spoil you. And I'm also saying this, even members of your family, some close members of your family, may oppose your move of coming back to the motherland, because it is always a big step. Remember, you're leaving your family, you're leaving your parents, maybe you're still young, you're leaving your siblings, you're leaving your parents, and maybe you're still old, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, you're leaving your children, you're leaving your wife, maybe because they don't want to come with you, you're leaving a group of people. So it takes a lot of things. That's why I'll advise you, do not take any form of discourage from, if it's an African or if it's a member of family back in the United States.
Tells you otherwise. That is why the DNA will keep on letting you guys know that Africa is where you come from, and Africa is where your ancestors were before you were being taken away to the Americas and to the other sides of the world. So that was why when I saw these videos, I was very, very worried. All right, I was very, very worried. Sorry, I could not bring up the video because of maybe copyright issues. But when I saw this video, I was very, very worried. That's why I said, let me come and try to address this issue presently. So to my subscribers, if you've been following me, you realize that I've been out for a while, that I've not uploaded content for about 2 weeks now. I'm really, really sorry. I was doing some other things that really occupied me. That was why I could not upload any content, but I am fully back now. Okay, I am fully back so that we can, discuss with each other and try in as much as possible, as we are into this fight, to grow up the continent and to unite as one people. So please, if you're just coming to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Alright, so I'll be seeing you guys on my next video, and I'll be doing live streams. Alright, I'm doing live streams, so I'll really, really appreciate it if you guys join the live streams. And that's it. I'm going to see you guys on my next video, and have a nice day.
Kindly guys, go and support my brother. He has made it so clearly that he's supporting the movement of African Americans want to come back to the motherland. So if you are a person who want to come back to the motherland, you can always go and check his channel, because he shares some things which are happening in the Cameroon. Eugene from Kenya, is Nelson is from the Cameroon. So we as Africans, we connect and we learn from each other. Okay, we see what's happening in the Cameroon, I also see what's happening in Kenya, and we share because we are friends and we've been communicating. And I said, why not share with you this inspirational video that this brother here shared with me. So that being said, there is an important message that he said, and he said that let nobody discourage you when you want to come to the motherland, because this is your place. This is a place, especially when you recognize yourself as an African American. When you've set your mind that you want to come here, nobody will stop you. And as I said earlier, there will be always opposition forces, but at the end of the day, to come stronger to overcome these forces. I hope this video finds you well wherever you are. If you're a person who was ever discouraged, maybe by an African or by a member of your family or by your friend, wherever you are, and you want to set your foot in the motherland, please, please don't let that change what you want. And as I said earlier, there is so much to gain than what you'll give here in Africa. There is so much serenity to have. There is so much healing that you'll need when you come here to Africa. So with that being said, until then, let's meet on my next episode. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.